Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. This video is for those of you out there who are curious about earning money online, specifically on YouTube. Let me fill you in a little bit on where I am right now with my YouTube journey. I have been doing a deals blog for about 4.5 years. During that time, I ended up making some very good earnings, and I'm going to tell you guys about that in just a little bit. But then the earnings started to go down, mostly because of the way the affiliate programs conduct business. It got to the point where I just wasn't making as much as I was, but I was okay with it because I was still doing decent, and my husband was working. My husband was in Louisiana, back in Houston. I'm in Maine, so no, we don't live together. So I was able to hang on to it, even though I was getting really, really tired of the same old, every day posting deals. And, it just becomes nauseating after a while. But the money was still coming in good enough, and I thought, okay, I can't just leave this, so I just kept doing it. But then it started to get to the point where the money was really getting cut down, and I knew I have to look for something that's going to be able to bring me in the upswing again, and coupons wasn't going to be it because the trend was that it was just continuing to go down. So I thought, I had been doing YouTube for a while. I wasn't doing YouTube as a way to earn. I was really just doing it with the hopes of attracting new customers to my Deals by Darlene page, but I discovered that it's very hard to mix the two. YouTubers are YouTubers, Facebookers are Facebookers, and then the other big thing is that YouTubers are from all over the world and have nothing to do with couponing. And my audience was based in the northeast corner of the United States, so, somebody in England doesn't care about my deals. What really made me know I had to change careers is that my husband left his job on the last day of January. My husband's an alcoholic. I don't see him getting rehired anywhere. He's going to be 60 this year, and I am surprised that he has lasted as long as he did working. So, it's something that I've been expecting for years, and I went with the flow, Every time a paycheck came in, I was like, okay, that was good. Maybe we'll get another one in 2 weeks, but it stopped finally. His income was gone. My income tanked compared to what I was making, so I had to think of something else to do. And that's when I started focusing on YouTube. Actually, my very first day where I was a full-time YouTuber in my head was March 21st of this year, so it's just a couple weeks ago, because we are at April 6th right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it was for me on the Deals blog and how it's going for me now. And the very scary thing is that when you see how little I am making on YouTube, you're going to say, well, she should have just stayed with Deals, but I can't, because again, with YouTube, I feel like I have a chance to make it grow, and with the coupons, it's just going downhill fast. For me, in my world, I like to earn at least $1,000 a week. Now, you're either laughing or you're mad, because a lot of people think somebody who aims to earn a certain amount per week is greedy. I get it all the time. Has nothing to do with greed. I don't even barely buy anything for myself. It has to do with wanting to live completely debt-free, always, and for also saving for retirement, which is something that I have only started to do this year. I've been self-employed for most of my adult life, and even though I do pay self-employment tax when I file my taxes, it's not going to be a whole lot of money, and then who even knows what's going to be available. So I'm on a mission to save, again, don't laugh, $250,000 within the next 10 years. I just started in January. If I want to get to that point in 10 years, I need to save $2,000 a month. So saving $2,000 a month or $500 a week. $500 a week gets me like a little bit over $250,000. When I set a goal, I am usually very good at reaching it, or at least coming close. If I want to get to here, I might set my goal here, because, see, off camera even. Because then if I don't reach it, geez, maybe I'll get to where I initially wanted to go. See the little mind games like that? And do you know that if you have $250,000 and you happen to live 20 more years, that's only a little over $1,000 a month that you have to spend. Obviously, I would never be able to live on $1,000 a month, and I would love to live an additional 20 years, to 85. That would be kind of cool. But hey, it's better than nothing. I will at least be able to collect some Social Security, I'm hoping. Obviously, as long as I'd be able to work online, assuming I'd be able to, that, nothing happens to me, I could always supplement my income and, continue to work. But anyway, so that's my goal. So I have to save $500 a week. That would give me a little bit more than $250,000 in 10 years in the bank. Now, some of you are probably saying, yeah, right, as if she can do that. And why can't I? I mean, I don't understand when people think it can't be done, because it certainly can be done. You just have to do it. That's all. Easy as that. I learned this from my father when I was very young. If I wanted something specific, and I didn't get much because money was tight, but if I really did want something, he would say, come down in the cellar and help me build some traps, and then we'll be able to get more lobsters. He was a lobsterman. And I'll be able to get you that. So I would. I mean, I was just a little kid, and it didn't matter if I was just, holding the lard. They were called lards. They were wooden slats, just holding it for him while he hammered it in. But the thing is that I realized you can have what you want, and it's not a big deal as long as you're willing to work for it. So I'm willing to work for it, and I'm going to get there. It's very, very fun for me and exciting. But when I made this plan, my husband was still employed. So it was going to be easy for me to save $500 a week. And when I say save, I put money in savings, and it is there. That money will not be touched for the next 10 years. I don't care what happens. That's what savings are. You're allowed to touch it when that time comes. For instance, I save money for my granddaughter every week. That money is not to be touched until she's like 22 years old. And it won't be. I don't care what emergencies come up. The money does not come out of that account. So I was lucky in that I even have a chart. I mean, this is how serious I am about this. You can see January, and I've saved ahead. Oh my God, these are my glasses with the lights. I mean, it's just so funny. I just love it. I feel like a shining star. You can see my professional bookkeeping. I've already banked $2,000 per month through the month of June. So by the end of June, I have to be making somewhat decent money so I can continue to save. That bill is the bill that gets paid first before anything else. I will lose cable before I will not pay this. I will get rid of other bills. That's the most important bill that I have to pay. So when I say to people, I have to earn such and such an amount of money, some people will be like, you don't need to earn that much. It doesn't cost that much to live. It does if you have a $2,000 bill that you have to pay to yourself. And that's exactly how I think of it. With that said, I have paperwork here for several years of my blogging business, just to let you know where I stand and why I had to make some of the choices that I was making. I'm sure some other bloggers will be interested in this, and I have no clue. I have no clue what other bloggers make. I will say that my blog was always very small. I never got more than, I was lucky, to hit over 5,000 views per day. This is tiny compared to a lot of blogs. Tiny, tiny, tiny. I have some days that was only like 3,000 views. I only ever had I'm not even up to 9,000 Facebook fans at this point, and I started my Facebook page back in August of 2011. So almost 5 years, and I never made it to 9,000 fans yet. So my blog is small compared to many, many blogs, and I have no idea what other bloggers make. I think I did pretty good considering my blog was small. My best year was, I started in 11, 14 was my best year. I had months where I made, you know, over $5,000 a month. Where are we? You know, I just had a lot of good months. This one was 4,800, so that was close to 5. You know, this was getting a little bit lower, 3,590. Don't you love my bookkeeping? Nothing is online. It's all in paper. Then the next month, August, went up a little bit. You know, so that's just the way it was going for me. And I got quite comfortable with that. And I paid off all kinds of bills. I paid off a rental property. Where are we? Right there. You know, had zero debt, pay my credit card every month. And so we're up to October. And I think this is when things started to go downhill. If it was October of 14. Oh, no, November was back up again. But I think it's when that started to go down. What happened, and I'll explain to you how it works with the affiliates and stuff, is I was affiliated with a lot of different affiliate programs with coupons and advertising and all kinds of things like that. One of the ones that I was making probably $500 to $600 a month steady, all of a sudden started to really go downhill. It's like I couldn't earn. I was like, why? You know, I should be at like $300 so far this month. I'm at $35. So that means they do something different. They're either not tracking right, or, you know, it just gets suspicious. So I had backed out of using that one, and it's a good thing because within a couple of months they just closed their doors and they didn't pay people. Now, I had stopped using them, so I didn't lose any money, but a lot of people did. A lot of people lost a lot. So it's just not cool. Very scary. So then I had a couple of others, and that one was called Logical Media. I mean, I have no problem saying it because they screwed a lot of people. And then there's some others that would just do the same. They would start to go downhill. Affiliate programs where I could earn a steady $500 to $1,000 a month would just be all of a sudden down to nothing. So again, you back away from them, you know, and then you say, well, I'm not going to use them for a while. And you try them a couple months later and, you know, it goes nowhere. So you're like, okay, they're done. So I back away from that. So slowly and slowly and slowly, I had to start dropping certain affiliate programs because it just wasn't earning like I wanted it to. But coupons.com was still booming. It was still doing good. Now, coupons.com pays affiliates two ways. They pay per print for all the coupons that are printed, and then they also give a share to their affiliates of advertising revenue. Now, this is like when you go on my page or somebody's blog to print coupons, you'll see what they call a savings center where you see the coupons, and there's usually an ad on there in the corner or underneath. They would share ad revenue with all their affiliates once a month. We don't know, like for March, I just found out today what I earned for my ad revenue in March. So you don't get to know in real time. You have to just wait and hope and cross your fingers. Well, that is where they started cutting us big time. It used to be that the ad revenue I would get from them would be about $2,500 a month. So that was nice. I mean, that was nice to be able to get that. But I knew this isn't going to last because they're eventually going to say, why do we have to pay these people this much? So sure enough, all of a sudden it started to go down. And it wasn't just for me. I'm in groups with bloggers and everybody was noticing it across the board that it was going down. And the worst thing that they ever did, ad revenue came in and a bunch of us in a group were like, this is great. You know, we're back up to, this was a good month. And it was just a little bit higher than the best month I'd had. It was like almost $2,800. So, you know, I was like, this is awesome. And the next morning, that number, which was already reported to us, was cut in half. So overnight, I lost $1,400 from coupons.com with no emails, you know, saying why, and this happened across the board. Now, in the group, people weren't saying I lost such and such an amount, but everybody was saying I lost half, I lost half, I lost half. So there are some people in there that probably only made $40, they lost $20. I'm sure there are some people in there that probably made $10,000, they lost $5,000. So it's just, it just wasn't cool. And it was then that I really started thinking, I have to start thinking about something else because I can't live like this. I can't be worried every day, is the money going to be there when I wake up? I rather just, just move away from that. But it took a while. It was very hard for me to change gears and do something else because it's what I was doing and it's what I knew, and even though it was getting worse, it was still better than nothing. But then when my husband left his job at the end of January, I was like, okay, full force, I have to move forward with something new. And that is when I decided to start YouTube full-time and leave the deals behind. I still do some deals because I am still earning a little bit. Well, I say a little bit. For March, I didn't quite make not even $2,000. So you can see that I took a big cut. But you might say, well, that's still more than I make a month, but you don't have a $2,000 bill that you have to pay every month. And I know people don't get it, but I do have that to pay every month into my savings, because once I say I'm going to have $250,000 when I retire, as long as I am alive and on this earth, I will see to it that I do, because that's just what you do. You make a goal and you go for it. So I need to earn some money. So YouTube. So now let's get to YouTube. I'm actually going to show you my stats on YouTube too. I have actually seen other YouTubers do this, and that was very helpful to me because it's real, it's honest, it's not fluff, and it will show you the progression I make. And I will do this and try to update at least every month. I'd like to do it, maybe for this whole year, just to see how it goes. Now, what is very, very scary about this for me is that if I fall on my face, you guys are going to see that. But you know what? If I fall really hard, I will get up and find something else, because I have to. I just have to, because I said so. So it's going to be in the way kind of fun, because it will give me more reason to want to work harder, to just show people it can be done, because I hope it can be done. I would like it to be able to be done with YouTube because I enjoy it. It is a full-time job for me now. I spend like 8 to 10 hours a day doing my videos, editing my videos, uploading my videos, planning other videos, just doing the things I have to do. It's very time consuming, but it's my job, and so I'm good with doing it. Just to let you know, I just made my highest ever on YouTube for the month of March. It came in at like $161 for the month. So to you, it probably doesn't make sense to say, why would she leave the coupons behind when she's still making some money there and focus on YouTube? Again, it's because I have to focus on something that I think I can grow with, not something that is going downhill. So I'm going to give it a good run, and we're going to see what I can do. I'm going to actually show you inside my actual YouTube account and show you the analytics and let you see. And we're going to see how it was just like there all up until I decided this is my full-time job, and boop, a little spike. So I'm on the right track. So let's go look at that, and I'll come back to say bye to you after. Okay, you are inside my actual account on YouTube. I'm showing you my analytics. I have it set right now for the life of my account, and you'll see that I started this on August 29, 2014, and it's always delayed by 2 to 3 days, so it's only showing us stats up till April 3, even though today is April 6. So I have it set up daily, and let's go down here and look at my analytics. And you'll see that even though I started it on August 29, the first day that I earned money was on September 19, and I earned a whopping $1.26. And I actually am impressed with that, because I had no clue what I was doing. If you can earn a penny, you can earn $1, you can earn $10, $100, $1,000. That's how I look at it. You just need to add a zero and you get more money. Never look down your nose at any kind of earnings, because it just means you're doing something right, because you tracked in a little bit of pennies. That's all you need to start. Pretty much you can see that I just sat there. I mean, I had days with 33 cents, 41 cents, and there was a big day, 243. Have no clue what I could have done. I actually can look. Let's look for the heck of it. Oops, let me go back on there. Let's click on that and see what happened to have me earn such a huge amount on that day. And it's going to Oh, I had posted about how to know when all your coupons and your inserts are expired. That was always a popular subject, so that's where I got a little boost in earnings. So it just pretty much, though, stayed the same, a little bit up and down, but you can see I wasn't earning anything but, $1 a day. And then I had a little spike here. I earned $4 in one day. And if we click on that, that's going to be my Bissell Stick Vac review, which earned a whole $3. Just that one video on that one day earned $3.14. Here, another big spike, $7 and something. That again will be my Bissell. See, Bissell, it earned $6.59 in 1 month. I mean, in one day. So let's look at this monthly now instead of daily so we can see how I did. Okay, so here you can see January. That's when my husband was still working. I wasn't panicked. As soon as he quit at the end of January, February, I was able to bring it up to the highest I had made at that point, which was $54. So with a little bit of effort and not having quit my deals blog yet, I doubled my income. So I was glad about that. Then in March 21st is when I thought, okay, I have to do this full time. And then just by doing this the past, let's just say for the last 2 weeks of March, by going full time, I was able to bring it from $54.19 to $161.10. And that is the most that I earned, obviously. And my goal for April is 200. I'm not going to give myself, a big scary goal. I just would like to earn 200 in April. That would be going in the right direction. So that's just showing you how it works. It's little money right now, but I'm really confident that I can make a go of this. Okay, so you can see I have made just a little bit of money on YouTube. But again, I feel like I might be going in the right direction. I'm certainly willing to try it out. Now, my plan with YouTube, like with every business I have, my goal is to make $1,000 a week. I have a long way to go. I didn't even make $50 a week in March, but if anybody can make it to $1,000 a week, it's more because I'm just that determined. And I will keep showing you updates. Now, my biggest fear about putting this all out there is I don't want anybody to think that I am in any way trying to brag. There is really nothing to brag about when it comes to earning money because it's what we have to do in this world to survive. We need to make money, and I like to make money and pay my bills. I want very much to be somewhat secure when I retire, and $250,000 to retire is not a lot of money. Like I said, it only would give me $1,000 a month if I were to live another 20 years. I don't want to be a burden to my son. I only have one son and one granddaughter, so it's not like I have a whole big family who could take care of me. I want to be secure. So that is the bill that gets paid first before any other. I will not buy groceries or anything until the $2,000 a month. Actually, it has to be a little bit more than $2,000. It's $500 a week, and we have 52 weeks. So that has to be put in savings first. But you can see I have a little bit of a cushion. I'm good till the end of June. But even from now till then, I will put some in for July as I can, because I just always want to stay one step ahead of the game. So my YouTube plan is that I would like to be at $1,000 a week within 2 years. Now, that's a long time, but I am still earning some with my coupons and stuff for now. That could go away any day. I know 2 years is a very long time. I would realistically love to do it before then, but I don't think I can. I don't think it would grow to that extent for me because I don't have that kind of viralness. Is that a word? I don't have the kind of videos that go viral and, get me millions of subscribers. So it's going to be, a slow process for me, but I will get there. I would love for some of you now to see how it is and, and know that with work, you can make some extra money. Now, I know a lot of you would be thrilled with an extra 200 bucks a month. That is very doable on YouTube. But you do have to have a lot of content, and you have to treat it as a job. So, you know, you can't just think, well, I'm going to put a video up and just leave it there and see if it earns money. It's not the way it goes. You know, you need content. You need to, you know, learn things like using certain keywords so that YouTube will put you in the sidebars, like when you watch somebody else's video. I mean, there's a lot to it. I will be sharing tips with you along the way, and especially since I'm learning all this stuff. I read every night. I go to bed with my iPad, and I read, and I watch all kinds of other videos from normal people, not the people who are just trying to get you to buy an ebook so you can make $10,000. I don't listen to those. I listen to people who are showing that they had very, very little earnings, and if they grew, I like to do what they did because that's where I learn the most. I hope this was in some way helpful to you, or at least interesting, or maybe you just want to watch the train wreck and see me crash, because I know I have some people out there who would just love to see me fall on my face because they're still mad at me for having left the coupon business. But sorry folks. Just have to do something different now. Yeah, watch me. I don't care if you watch just to see me fall on my face. I'll take any views I can get. So thank you so much. I will at least update once a month, if not more, and I definitely will have YouTube tips coming out. I'll just be spitting those out freely. So please subscribe and watch my progress, and I hope if you attempt a YouTube channel, I wish you much success. Don't get discouraged. You have to work hard, and you have to be patient and willing to just wait it out a little bit. Did it a year and a half with over 500 videos, and I'm only at where I am now. But hopefully this year will grow faster. All right, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. No, that's not the right. Oh, I have a new subscribe thing. Please subscribe. Please give a thumbs up, and I will talk to you soon.